Hello children, welcome back to chapter number 9, Introduction to C part 2 video. Okay, so far we have learned what are the rules for writing C program. Okay, now let's begin with now how to write a program in C. What are the steps to need to be followed. Okay, first of all, define preprocessor directive, that is include header file according to prototype function, standard input output library function to be used. That means there are various functions that are described in C, okay, but these functions are mentioned in the header file. So before you can use them properly, you need to insert or include those header file in your program, and for including them we have preprocessor directive. That means we have to start our program by typing hash symbol. Without any space, we have to write the keyword include, and within the angular bracket, for example, stdio.h header file you have to include. So you will be writing stdio.h and close the angular bracket. That means hash include is the preprocessor directive and stdio.h is your header file where printf, scanf, many other commands which you will be seeing later on are mentioned. So you can use them successfully only if you will include or link it to your program. So the first line should be your preprocessor directive. Next is open main function. That means when your program you are going to write, you have to next line write main function. It is written like void and main, and since it's a function, so it has to be written empty parenthesis. This means that void main. So basically the main execution of your program takes place from the main method only. So there is a must of writing this void main. Fine. After this you have to assign data type and variable. For example, if you want to add two numbers, subtract, you want to do some calculation or some more task, so we need to define its data type and variable. Then define the body of the function, that means what your program is going to do exactly, that detail you have to write there, the logic of your program. And then finally end the main function, that is ending is done with the curly braces. Opening of main method is done with opening curly braces, and then you have to write all the body of your main function, and then you have to close it by this side facing towards the left side, and this one should be, the opening one should be facing towards the right side. Okay. Now see the example of it. See, this is there written starting one forward slash and an asterisk is written, then Harsh dot C colon first program for student. So this is simply a comment line. Okay, when you have to write a comment to your program, it is always good to add comment in your program so that you can read later on, or anyone who reads your program can understand that what exactly your program is doing. So this comment is basically in your own language, in your own term words. So but you have to start a forward slash and an asterisk sign, and it can be multi-line comment, and then you can close it later on like this, first asterisk sign and then forward slash. Okay. Next you can see hash include stdio.h is written, that means this is a preprocessor directive, and which header file we are including? It is stdio.h. Many header files are there like conio.h and so on. So but here we are inserting stdio.h. Then we have written void main function, then int a is equals to 10. This means that int is a data type, integer data type, that is the numeric value, and we are storing 10 in a variable a. Okay. Same way, comma, if more variables you are having, so you have to just separate it by a comma, and then b is equals to 15. So that means 15 is the value of b. So second variable has been initialized. When we give a value to a variable, it is known as initialization. Okay. And then third variable c is there, but its value is not initialized, it is just like that only. And then after completing this line, we have to put a semicolon at the end, which was the rule of writing C program. Okay. Next is printf function. Now, printf function is basically used to display any message or variables contained on screen. So, here you can receive that message is written within inverted commas, and /n is for changing the new line. Okay, so printf hello student is written and backslash, you can see inverted commas is closed, then this parenthesis is closed, and after outside the parenthesis closure there is a semicolon. Now, what is done? C is equals to a plus b. This is the logic of the program to add two numbers. Okay. So, C is equals to a plus b. Now, here you can see printf the sum of %d and then %d, this again it is a format specifier that we will be doing later on in this chapter A, B, C. So, this way this is the basic structure of the program. So, let us see, first line was the comment, that is the non-executable statement. Okay, it always begin as I told you. Then second line is hash include stdio.h, again it is a preprocessor directive and we are including stdio.h header file. Now, stdio stands for standard input output function. Okay. Next is last line void main, it indicates the beginning of the program. Basically, the compilation of the program starts from main function, and opening curly braces symbol indicate that beginning of main function. Next is, what is this line? A is equals to 10, B is equals to 15 and C is for declaration of variable and data type. Next we have line printf hello student, and then C is equals to a plus b, and then you have again printing the value of a, b and c. It is the body of the program and then the closure of the C program, that is end of the main function. Now, let us get into detail what are variables and data type in C. Variable is an entity that has a value and is known to the program by a name. For example, I ask you to add two numbers 15 and 500. Okay. So, we have to, the rule is that first of all we have to store these value into some variable and then only use them in formula by their name. So, this variable name can be anything, but it should be always starting with a letter. Okay. In a variable name you can have, and then you suppose you have written x is equals to 15 comma y is equals to 500, and then you can use them in your expression z is equals to x plus y. So, every time whenever we want to use 15 and 500, we need to add two numbers. Okay. So, this is the way we have to call them by variable. Fine. So, this way you are going to use it. A is equals to 20.5, B is equals to 10. Here A and B are variables. Variable names are identifiers used to name variables. They are symbolic name given to memory location. A variable name consists of a sequence of letters and digits. Okay, but your starting should be always with an alphabet. However, you can write A1, but if you will write 1A, it is wrong because the start is not a letter. Okay, and there cannot be any special characters in a variable name. If you are writing here A and then exclamation mark, so it is wrong. So, no special character, only this is correct. Clear? So, these are the rules for variable name. Okay, and the rules that apply to identifier also apply to variable name. You can see here some of the valid variable name are A, ABC1, student data. Okay, and A is illegal, a blank space is also not allowed. Start with number is not allowed, class, comma, marks, and comma is also special character not allowed. Okay. These are the variable names rule. Fine. Then we have basic data type. Now, data type in C, suppose the following character type when we have to store a single character. Int is for numeric without any decimal number. Float is for decimal number, but the size is only up to 4 bytes. If you have small decimal numbers, you can store it in float type of data. Then we have double, a number with decimal values which can hold up to 8 bytes of data. So, this is the way, but and double also store decimal numbers. Okay. Then we have qualifier. A qualifier alters the characteristics of the data type such as its size or sign in C. You can apply qualifiers to the above data types to get additional data type. The qualifiers that alter the size are short and long. Short and long can be used only in integer type. Okay, like short int, integer represented by a lesser number of bit is usually 16 bit. Then we have long int, it is represented by a greater number of bits, usually 32. Then in double also we can use long and extended decimal number. Fine. So these are all the various sign, and qualifiers are sign and unsigned, that is positive or negative sign, sign, short int, sign. These are the various ways of representing declaration of data type. Fine. So in next video, that is part 3, we will be continuing from operators in C. Okay. Thank you, children.